guys, and welcome back to my channel. First off, AC, it's like 107 degrees. Just deal with the noise, please. Secondly, I have been gone for some time, and in my last video I didn't explain because I thought this one would be going up first, but I decided to film the other one. Anyway, I have been like hanging out with friends because it's summer, I started college, and I had my wisdom teeth removed. But today I want to show you guys my favorite books, and I'm so excited because I love reading. Hopefully you guys too if you're watching this video, and if not, hopefully it prompts you to read some more. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start by saying some of these book covers are like dirty because I carry them around in backpacks. Okay, so the first book is Love and Gelato. A girl named Lena travels to Italy to live with her father, and she meets a boy there who they start like as friends, and it's her only friend, and her mom had just like passed away, and I don't want to give away too much. It's about her adventures in Italy. And I wasn't expecting to like this book because generally I don't like books like this, but I really like this book and I highly recommend it. The next book is If You're Lucky by Giovanni Prince. It is about a girl named Georgia. Georgia is schizophrenic and her brother Lucky dies, and he's been like the family favorite forever, and he travels the world and he's super adventurous, and she's kind of quiet and reserved, and she thinks something is off about her brother's friend who comes to the funeral. It's all about her kind of discovering what happened to her brother, or what she thinks happened to her brother. It's a really amazing book. Every last word. I have probably talked about this book a million times with my friends. So Samantha is the main like protagonist of the book. She has OCD. She's friends with a group of girls who are like kind of stuck up, and the popular girls, if you will. And she meets a new friend named Caroline, and she starts discovering a poets group. It's all about her like discovering herself and her true friends throughout this poets group, and I think it's absolutely amazing, and everyone should read this book because it talks a lot about mental disorders and that you can truly be yourself, and I think every high schooler should read this book. The next book is Born at Midnight. If you know me, you know this is one of my all-time favorite series, is the Born at Midnight series. It's by C.C. Hunter. I'm sorry if I'm not saying like the names of the authors. It's about a girl who finds out that she is not all human, or so people think she's not all human. So she goes to a troubled teens camp, which she actually finds out is a supernatural camp, and it's all about her discovering her new abilities. So I don't want to give too much away of the books, but I think this is one of my favorite series, and it has you like hooked on it the entire time, and I just reread like the entire 5 books, and they're not super long. To read all 5 books, it took me like 3 days. Absolutely amazing series, and I think everyone should read it. The next is Alex Approximately. So a girl named Bailey moves to like a California town. I forget what it's called, but it is like a surfing town, and she meets someone named Porter, and he's really obnoxious, and they work at like a museum together. Online, she knows this guy named Alex. She meets Alex online. She's trying to meet up with him at this film festival, and she wants to surprise him. She keeps messaging this guy, but then falls out of, I guess, love with Alex as she actually continues to grow and like learn about Porter more. It's a really good book. Again, I don't want to give too much away. It's by Jen Bennett. It is an absolutely amazing book, and I'm not giving this book enough justice. It's really good, and I think she's an incredibly shy character, so I think most people can relate. There's a lot of scenery in California and like boardwalks and stuff and surfing, so if you're into surfing, this would be another good book. Next is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. Most people have read this, but if you have not and you only know The Fault in Our Stars and other books like Looking for Alaska by John Green, I think everyone should check out this book. It is not a female book, if you will. I think some people, they'll think that one book is like a female book and one's like a male book. I think this is a great medium. It's about a boy who falls in love with only Catherines and will only date Catherines, and they only can be spelled a certain way. And he's trying to create a formula of why all of his relationships fail. He brings his friend, and they just go on a road trip after he gets dumped by the 18th Catherine, and they go to like a small southern town, western town, and they start working there, and they start like making new friends there. It's such a good book, and it's really funny. I think this is one of the few books that I can say is honestly super funny, and the characters in it are absolutely amazing. John Green is spot on with this book. The next book is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Everyone knows this is one of my favorite movies, my favorite books. It is by Stephen Chbosky? I'm so bad at names. It is about a boy named Charlie who, it's his first year at high school and he's making friends, and it's about his life in high school, but he has problems of his own and mentally he's not all there, and then his sister is going through stuff and his family's going through stuff, and high school isn't great until he meets Patrick, and then Patrick introduces him to his group of friends, and it's based in the 80s? It is such an amazing book. I recommend it to everyone. Again, it's a gender neutral book. It's not a love story. Well, I mean, there's love in it, but it's also about a kid's experience in high school. If you're in college, I think you should read this. It's not a high school oriented book, even though it is. What I'm trying to say is it's about high school, but it's definitely not meant just for high schoolers. The next book is The Brilliant Light of Amber Sunrise. A boy named Francis who finds out he has cancer, and he goes to a facility to be treated, and he meets a girl named Amber, and Amber's had cancer for a while. Like, totally cool, nothing phases her. They fall in love, they really like each other. Francis starts to get better, but Amber doesn't. I'm not doing this book justice. The book is incredibly written, and I think it's a very serious matter, so it's not just a girl and a boy falling in love. I think that it's awkward and amazing in so many different ways, and I think everybody should read this book. Probably can guarantee that no one's heard of this, is The Morning Hours by Paula Debord. It's about a girl named Kristen who is traveling back home, and then the book skips back in time and tells the story of how her older brother, she's 9 at the time, in 1995, her older brother starts falling in love with a girl named Stacy, and it tells the story of their relationship, and then Stacy goes missing, and it tells how it kind of tears the family apart in some ways. I've been recommending this book to everyone. I actually read it in college, and I can't thank my teacher enough. It is absolutely amazing. It is one of my all-time favorite books. It's a suspense book, it's a romance book, it's a comedy book. It's like everything you can think of. Oh, it's an incredibly descriptive book. So every page you're gonna hear, like, it's not saying the vase was red. It tells what texture the vase was. It tells why the vase was the vase. But I love her style of writing. I think the book is incredibly gripping and a page turner. I was only supposed to read like 8 chapters, and I read the whole book in like 3 days. I'm so in love with this book, and I think everyone should read it. Sorry, I slouch a lot. The last book is I'll Give You the Sun, and it is a very basic book, and I'm sure a lot of people have read it. But if you haven't, it's incredibly amazing. I think the style it's written in can be confusing for people who aren't good with jumping back and forth between time. It's about 2 twins, Jude and Noah. Noah is the past tense of the book. Noah tells the story of when they're 13 years old, and he tells it from his perspective, and then Jude is when they're 16 after their mother has passed away, and she tells it from her perspective. So in the past it is talking about Noah's struggling sexuality, and in the present it's talking about Jude's insecurities and her meeting someone, and it's all about art. So if you're into art, I would highly recommend the book. I can't say I've given these books justice because I haven't, and they're so incredibly amazing. I think you guys should check them out. If any of them have like gripped you, I guess, definitely check them out. I think they're absolutely amazing. And make sure to comment down below your favorite book and a question for me, because I really want to do a Q&A. And make sure to enter my giveaway, because still doing that, and I need to get to 500 subscribers, so make sure to enter and tell your friends all about it. I love you guys so much, and have an amazing day. Bye!